What's up, guys? Welcome to the Drunken Ship Podcast. I'm your co-host, Captain Crockett, aka Jordan Crockett, aka Cyber Calamity, aka Slim Jim.
Slim Jim.
I don't know. I was just trying to go for a bit. Anyway, this is my co-host, my best friend, my brother, Tay Norman. How you doing, buddy?
Tired.
Tired?
Away. Yeah, it's been there all the place, but I'm good. It's a
Good.
Wednesday, right? It's Wednesday, right?
It is Wednesday,
Yeah. Fucking
Well-
goblin.
but it's technically Friday because this episode is going to go up on Friday.
Oh yeah, you'll be watching this Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern time.
Friday a.m., 9 a.m., baby.
Yeah.
And if that's not enough for you, we also do another second episode of a internet show that we have where we kind of just goof around, look at weird, funny videos on the internet. That's called Shipwreck Monday. You can see that show every Monday. Also, after this show, we will be doing a live reaction to the new Last of Us trailer. So if you guys are interested in that, you guys go check that out. But Tay,
Oh, the separate
how you doing?
videos?
yeah, we're gonna do
Oh,
two
oh,
separate videos.
Okay.
Just so we can keep it a little bit, reactions here and, straight up podcast here.
Yeah.
So, Tay, let's see, I'm trying to remember how to say it. Oh, shit. It made me think, lose my concentration since we started the podcast. Odesk.
Audacity.
So, no. So I've been practicing Japanese. I'm trying to learn Japanese because in 2021 I'm gonna go to Japan and
Oh yeah.
planning out the trip and everything right now. And I've been trying to learn just kind of Japanese phrases and stuff. And I mean,
Basic
I know
stuff.
base words and stuff like konnichiwa. Konnichiwa, hello. I can't think of anything. What is it? I was trying to say how are you doing, but I'm trying to remember how to say it. It's odenki desku. No, that's not it. Anyway,
The Asian audience gonna get mad at this.
oh, 100%, but I don't think anyone watches this anyway.
Never know.
You never know. How you been doing, buddy?
Yeah. It's funny you speaking of Asians because I'm cooking carbonara tonight.
Wait, carbonara?
Carbonara. Carbonara.
Wait, is that how you say it? Are you talking about octopus or carbonara,
Yeah.
like Italian food?
Italian food is carbonara.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about what is it? What is it? When you fry like
Calamari.
octopus? Calamari. That's what I was trying
Yeah.
to think of.
I'm making that, and I'm doing a little research, watching all kinds of videos. The same issue in these videos are the Italians in the comment section.
Ooh,
Uh,
dish.
they
You mean Italian?
they're very crucial to people cooking their foods, and it just made me thought do we does it really matter if food is? I mean, it's tradition. Nothing's wrong with tradition, yeah, but is it? It doesn't really matter if the food is good, despite not following the tradition.
Like if it's good, it doesn't matter if you follow the tradition or not.
Like, let's say like this chef or someone that does it do it traditional way, the Italians do it, but the dish is still good. Is it worth to complain about?
I mean, that's a good question. I mean, I guess because to certain cultures, food is very sacred.
Yeah, I understand.
I mean, especially to Italian people. So, I mean, are you watching some legit authentic Italian make food
Yeah.
and stuff?
Yeah, you go to every comment of carbonara. I guess in Italian dish, they're really aggressive and really.
So the comments of the Italian people.
Mm-hmm.
I guess if you've been making that for hundreds and hundreds of years, I guess there's a particular way to do it and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, someone's not gonna do it completely, which I understand. It's the wrong way to do it. But if that wrong way is still delicious, worth the argue.
No, I guess. I mean, in my personal opinion, no. Fuck, because I mean, if it's good, it's good.
That's what I'm saying. If it's good, it's good.
I mean, have you ever seen Eddie's $1 Million Recipe? I mean, that kid like fucking knocked a bunch of shit into a pot and it was delicious.
Who?
Eddie's $1 Million Recipe. You ever seen that movie?
No, it's like a Disney movie.
Yeah, it's like a Disney movie. Did you watch any Disney movies when you were a kid?
Here and there. I was more of the cartoons. I wasn't like live actions like that. If I've seen them, I don't remember the names of them.
I mean, I didn't watch like a lot of Disney shows, but those movies were always bangers. Always.
Yeah, people say they are bangers, like they're classics. Like if it's like I seen like someone that's a Raven, Even Stevens. Was it Hannah Montana? Yeah. She was Disney, right?
Hey, so not too long ago, me and Garrett was over at my house, right? And we were watching Even Stevens. Dude, some of them episodes are fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen that show in like probably 20 years.
It's been a while. I used to watch it like early in the morning. It came on. But I was actually a Sabrina fan growing up. Remember the live action show?
Yeah, I remember but I mean, I never really like sat down and actually watched that show. I kind of just glance at it and then kind of move on and stuff.
It was that Zoids and Courage. I used to watch that every morning. All of those shows. Yeah.
Zoids. I used to watch Zoids like 6 a.m.
Yeah, that's exact time. Yeah.
What was the game? What was that show called? It was something Rancher, Monster Rancher.
You and Byron are the only person that people that know that game. Byron mentioned to me this years ago, and I know what you're talking about.
It's like a game, but I remember. So this was. If you ever had a show, right? Like that you watched pretty frequently, right? And it's just in the back of your mind, but you have no idea what the fuck it was because you were so young. And then you go all your life. You ever had like one of those shows where you just go all your life and you have no idea what the fuck that was, and you're just constantly thinking like just every so often it will come back up in your mind. You're like, what was that? What was this?
Star Racers.
Oh yeah, like shit like that.
Yeah.
Obasan Racers. What was but Monster Rancher was definitely that. I watched that show every fucking morning, like at 5 a.m. when I was a kid. Because my parents would wake me up and they would just go like sit on the couch, eat oatmeal, and fucking watch the show. I would watch that in Zoids.
Was
early in the morning.
Was Monster Rancher was it Fox Kids or something? I may have watched it, just don't remember.
I don't even know what I watched it on.
Because like Vyram introduced to this me once, and I'm like, what are you talking? I never seen this before. And you ever seen that show Dinosaur King? It came way later.
Yes,
is it like that?
Yeah, it was like 3D, right?
Is it like that? I assume.
No, I don't know if it was like 3D or something. If I watch the clips now, I'm just like, I completely have no idea what.
Yeah, you watched it, but you don't remember.
My perception of it was warped, right? Yeah, because I was a kid, and I mean, but like I remember. So we had Gavin. Okay, so Gavin is the guy we went to school with, right? And
the animation
had
king.
watched every like random like generated TV show ever, and like he could tell you anything about any like cartoon show. This
shout
man
out to Gavin.
Knew everything. Yeah, shout out to Gavin. This man knows everything. He watched so much TV.
He was passionate.
I remember like just describing the most bleak, like broad description of this show. I was like, there was a rock man, and I think there was like a one-eyed monster, and this man knew what exactly I was talking about. Like he told me, he was like, "You talking about Monster Rancher?" And I'm like, "Maybe." And so I go to Google, look it up, and of course that's it. And like literally, all my life, I was been trying to figure out what the hell that was.
Was it 80s or 90s?
I think it was in 90s. It was like I think an anime show, but then he told me it was like a PS1 game.
It was a PS1 game. This is a variant of the PS1 game.
I had no idea it was like a PS1 game.
I guess it came around at the era of the Digimon and Pokemon stuff. No, when that was a big thing. They're trying to like get on that money train, that kids monster animes or whatever.
Yeah,
it didn't last long.
I have no idea, dude. I was like, I watched this when I was like 6 or 7.
I have a lot of shows like that. Like Shinzo. Remember that?
Shinzo.
Oh,
I know what that is.
Or
describe it. Can you describe it?
They got these cards and they can transform. It's like these kids, but they got these cards and they transform to like adult strong versions. It's wars or something. There's like this red guy with like a staff. I just remember like images from it, but I know I watched it.
Hey,
it's like Shinzo. I think it's Shinzo. If you hear the theme song, you know what it is. Going Shinzo. We got WB Kids anime or something.
It's like a WD, yeah, WB
Kids,
or
yeah.
like a Fox Kids, something like
that. Fox Kids. Or you remember Cubics? I remember I mentioned this a few months ago.
Cubics, yeah, I actually know what Cubics is.
What was that show about?
Wait, how do you spell Shinzo? Like S? How do you spell it?
I think it's Shinzo.
Z-O. Maybe
yeah.
oh, I know what this is. Yeah. I've seen this shit.
Yeah.
Dude, briefly, this is what I'm talking about, dude. Like one of these shows you would just see like randomly.
Yeah. And you watch them though. That's like, believe it or not, it's a popular show, but I watched Hey Arnold growing up, but I don't remember anything from that show.
You remember Stoop Kid? I remember the Stoop Kid. There's like a particular show I do. I mean, there is like a few episodes I do remember from Hey Arnold, like definitely like the Halloween episode, like the midnight train or whatever they get onto it. I remember that episode, and then like the Stoop Kid. I remember him, but I mean that's probably because of me, whatever.
Probably. Like I watched all those '90s Nickelodeon shows. Doug, Rugrats. Rugrats might always work.
Oh yeah.
Cat Dog. I can remember most of those, but when it comes to Hey Arnold, I don't remember jack from it. Even though I know I watched it. I just don't remember like any episode. I didn't hate it or anything. I just don't remember anything from
it. Would you say you're like? Would you say you're fascinated with like Japanese stuff?
When?
Like you like Japanese stuff, right? Much as the next guy.
I guess.
Okay, so this is like I actually wanted to talk about this week, and this is like pretty much the only thing I like had wrote down for this week. But did you ever notice like WB Kids?
I know you're going out here.
Fox, Cartoon Network. These all had
Japanese program,
like Japanese dubbed anime for kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, I think that has something to correlate with like my love for like Japanese things. Like I love Japanese food. I love anime. I love all that stuff. I love the culture, just everything. And I think it has something to do with me growing up watching all these Japanese TV shows as a child, just watching them in dub. Like Toonami definitely influenced the shit out of me.
Yeah, same.
But like watching all these shows, I just like slowly like, because this is kind of how like my interaction with like Japanese shows went. So as a child, I watched Naruto. I watched just random shit too, but like Bobo Bobo. What was the fuck that called?
Bobo. That weird show.
Was that the name of the show? What was the name of the show?
It's like that. Bobo. Some mess. Yeah, I watched that stupid mess.
You know what I'm talking about? It was a weird one, right?
The mustache thing.
That Prince of Tennis, Zack
I didn't
Spell.
care for that. I remember that. I used to like the theme song. I used to hate the show, but the theme song was a listen.
But like Yu-Gi-Oh, of course, Dragon Ball Z. I mean, I would watch like all this stuff. Gundam Wing. I would watch that like at Toonami. But it was like all these different networks would show this stuff. And, like Sonic X.
That's anime.
They would all show them on different networks, and I watched all this shit. I mean, like Fox Kids and like WB Kids. I mean, Saturday morning cartoons and stuff, and then like Cartoon Network. Like later on, they would show like Naruto, and then Zack Spell. It like a little bit more mature stuff, I guess. A little bit more violent, but still like they would dub it and
different time.
Yeah, Dino King was one too. That was on like I think Fox or WB. And then like I think Disney got into Jetix. They started showing stuff, but I don't really remember watching Jetix. I remember watching Jetix a little bit, but not like religiously. I know you watched Jetix a lot, right? That was your shit, right?
Toonami. I used to be passionate about cartoons in general, but Toonami is my go-to. Well, Cartoon Network was my main channel. Nickelodeon was my here and there. Then Jetix was like I used to watch all these three networks: Cartoon Network, Disney. What is it used to call? Disney Toons? Toon Disney. I didn't really care for Disney Channel like that.
Was that like Fillmore and all that?
That was ABC Family. That was random. That was like that was here and there. But Disney owns that company at the time too, so it was still kind of a Disney cartoon.
Yeah.
But yeah, I used to watch like You should watch all those networks, dude. Yeah, Jetix was like a nighttime thing around like what 6 to like what 10.
I
11,
swear I remember watching Jetix though, like in the
so
afternoon.
Power Rangers came on. Yeah, it's like around
Yeah.
that time. Digimon.
And then also like live action stuff too, like Power Rangers.
Yeah.
I was a Power Ranger fucking fanatic. First grade.
Mhm.
I found a paper a long time ago. I found a paper on like from when I was in first grade, right? And it was like what you wanted to be when you grow up. You know what? You know what I had? You know what I had?
A Power Ranger.
A Power Ranger, dude. I wanted to be like. I said I wanted to be a Power Ranger.
It's funny, because I had the exact same thoughts you're having right now in high school. You came to my conclusion about Japanese culture and how it affected our childhoods. You do realize, like, and you can relate to this too, actually. Not the anime part, but the other part of it. But we grew up with these networks that have these Japanese cartoons. And at the time, we didn't realize they were Japanese stuff. Then we have Godzilla in our lives, which is also a Japanese product.
That's the other
Power
live
Rangers,
action thing.
which is
Right.
it's like Japanese influence show. Then when I got older, I just remember, I don't know why, it was like around senior year, I guess. I just made me like, a lot of my childhood is Japanese influence. I didn't even realize. All that stuff I grew up on is there from Japanese fans.
Right.
Yeah, and it's like,
I mean, because I like one of the first. I mean, like and then also like with the Godzilla stuff, I grew up finding Godzilla tapes and stuff. And then like I watched one of my like first Godzilla movies I ever watched was a '60s Godzilla movie, and that was extremely Japanese. Just other than just the dub, the redub over it, but it was extremely.
It's
Japanese.
still a Japanese product, yeah.
Yeah, but like Japanese influence has just been like, and I guess anyone who's born from like 96,
I guess the 80s to 90s,
probably from like 1990 to like early 2000s, you have probably been affected somehow, hardwired to lack in Japanese stuff, and I think that's why there's so many people our age, you know, from like probably 18 to like 30 are like pretty
Toonami,
influenced
dude.
about Japanese things, right?
Toonami was the major hitter for that. Like I always think about this sometimes every now, like, God bless Toonami, even though I don't really watch it no more. But without that network, a lot of us wouldn't be into this genre at all.
No, a lot. I mean,
I think that's what meant the purpose of it back then too.
it was almost even gradual, right?
Yeah.
So like you had like Cartoon Network, and you had like Fox Kids and stuff. You had like the the kind of like the introduction to anime and stuff. You had like it was just cartoon,
Pokemon,
like, cartoony. It was very like child friendly. And then you kind of start ramping up. You're getting a little bit older, right? You're getting like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, or whatever. And then there's like Toonami with Dragon Ball Z, Gundam Wing.
Dude,
it's a little bit more.
Listen to what you're saying. Look at that lineup. That's insane. We had like, and this is like almost like from my memory, it felt like weekly. We had Dragon Ball, GT, Dragon Ball Z, Gundam, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh,
Sailor Moon,
Yu Yu Hakusho. That was normal
Yu Yu Hakusho,
to watch.
Yeah,
that was like a standard lineup of anime, and all these are cult classics.
I just have this like visual, this like for some reason this one memory in my head is just super ingrained. I remember just being late. It was like the sun was going down. It was like 6 o'clock. I remember walking into my living room. Right, my mom's making dinner. I just walk into my living room, sit down. We had like one of those huge TVs, right? Do you remember those TVs? Like they're like really
TVs.
big, but they're like thicker than fuck. Like
my
oh my
grandma
god,
has
this
one.
thing. Like it'd take like 6 people to pick that thing up.
You had one of those
windows,
TVs?
right? Yeah.
From the 70s?
No, it wasn't from the 70s. It was probably like early. It was probably
80s, maybe?
2000.
Oh,
like,
I had one
even
older,
2000. It was probably like a 40-inch TV, but the back of that thing was like a dump truck, dude.
Exactly what you're talking
killed
about.
you. It did drop on you, right?
Yeah.
No, I did have in my room one of those TVs from the 70s that was like in a wooden box. You know what I'm talking about?
Dude,
like
we had one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like built into the TV. Why the fuck they make it like that? They make it look like it's part of the furniture.
What is it? AV port inside of it?
Yeah, and I had like a cassette or a VHS player that hooked up to that shit.
Take
and
it back.
that's like how I watch. You remember that the sound when it would come on, make a like that like trick. It'd be like a shock. It'd go
And when they don't
You know
work,
what
you
I'm
gotta do like the thing on the back with the white things in it. You remember the little
Yeah.
white circular things? I had so many
It-
VHS tapes, dude.
But
Yeah.
you take your hand and you could feel it. You could feel electricity coming off those things.
Yeah.
Because I could feel it. Like you make your if you put your hand just like hovered over like those screens, your hair would stick up because there's so much electricity getting put off from those old TVs.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm getting off topic. I remember just like coming in, like sitting down, like turning on the big TV, and then just hearing like Tom's voice, or it wasn't
Steve
Tom's
Bloom's.
voice, but who was the voice for the announcement? It
Uh,
was Tom, right?
Peter
But-
Cullen. That was Optimus Prime voice actor.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's why
Peter
it sounded so
Cullen.
velvety
Yeah.
smooth.
Dra-
Yeah.
What does he used to say? Like, God, I know exactly what you're talking about. Is that he has that iconic voice?
Yeah, he would set up the lineup.
Yeah.
Like
And it'd be so
he
hype.
would pretty
dude.
much. It's like,
Yeah.
God, oh, it makes, dude, this is so nostalgic. It makes me so happy
Yeah.
just to recall, like, he would explain a TV show. He would pretty
Mhm.
much give you the premise of the show for like the commercial.
Yeah.
I just remember sitting there and like, he
You
would
hear
be
that?
talking about like Goku.
And
strongest-
Vegeta.
It's like, yeah, he's like Goku and Earth's mightiest warriors are set up against a foe like Frieza,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, dude,
That's such a
See-
good. I know exactly what you're feeling right now.
it's
that
such a
feeling.
pure memory.
Yeah, it
I love
is. Yeah.
And-
Like,
Stuff like that is just, it's ingrained in my brain. Like that
Mm-hmm.
was like extremely a big part of like
it's a lot of our
why
childhoods. Yeah.
I'm the way I am today. Like
Mhm.
that's, and a lot of us, I mean, like a lot of people from Twitter, like anti-Twitter and all that shit, they
Yeah.
had exactly the same experience as we had.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like for me anyway, personally, I kind of grew out of it after. I mean, like kind of Toonami kind of like sloped down. Cartoon Network kind of sloped down.
Yeah.
I kind of got a little bit older. I was like 14. I was getting like to be 13 or 14 stuff. Kind of stopped watching anime, or I stopped watching cartoons in general. Like I'd watch cartoons here and there, but the older I got, I kind of went from a period where I wouldn't watch anything, right? And not until like my senior year. When I got to my senior year, one of my friends had bought the box set of Naruto, and I was like, I never finished Naruto, and I don't think anyone ever really finished Naruto. You couldn't, if you watch Cartoon Network, you would never finish, that season of Naruto. It'd always go up to like, where
The dub always
where
took
they were fighting
forever.
Orochimaru.
Which one are you talking about? The original? Or?
The Chunin exam, or it was
Oh,
after
yeah.
the Chunin exams, like where they attacked the village or whatever.
Yeah, I was I've been skipped dub at that. I was in watching sub in middle school. Like I was reading manga and sub and stuff in middle
See,
school.
I had
Yeah.
I had an opposite
Yeah.
experience from that.
Yeah.
I only ever saw the cartoons, what I got from TV,
Mhm.
because I mean, for me, the area that I was in just didn't. I mean, I never saw manga or anything, or I didn't really have internet at the time,
Yeah.
so stuff like that I couldn't really figure out. Not until like the senior year, my friend bought that box set, right, and it just immediately when he like brought up that he bought the box set like the first season, I was like, holy shit, I never got to finish that. Like, and like I asked him like, hey, whenever you're finished with that, can I borrow it? Can I finish the season too? He's like, yeah, absolutely. So that was it.
They got you back
It was
into
a
anime.
fucking done deal. After he let me borrow that set, I was like, oh dude, I gotta keep watching this shit now.
Mhm.
And then he set me on this quest of like finishing all this anime that I always started but never got to finish.
Yeah.
So after that, I started like, this is like my senior year, obviously. That was probably 2014,
hmm
2013. Internet was definitely kind of more relatively around my area. So I started going on, like, I finally found like websites to watch like all their own Naruto episodes or whatever.
What is it, Naruto Get?
No, it wasn't like
Yeah.
that. It was probably like something, an early stage of like what Kiss Anime is now.
Back then, it used to be for
Whatever.
YouTube for some of us too. I had those phases where it used to be split into one. You know, it's a meme now, but it used to be split into 3 parts in like a small
Yeah.
box and like a frame around it. It stopped copyright somehow. I don't know how they did it. sometimes people flip it.
I mean, I don't think they were that
Yeah.
heavy back then.
They weren't heavy back then. You used to watch episodes on YouTube.
Yeah, I did that for one series. It was like Death Note or something. I watched it like that, just from like, or maybe it was Soul Eater, but like, I watched Naruto like that, and then I bought. I saw the Frieza episode in the Cell Saga of Dragon Ball Z like a billion times, but I never got to see like the ending to like just Dragon Ball Z, like the Buu saga. Never got to really finish that, so I ended up buying the, I think it was the 8th and 9th season of Dragon Ball just to finish it up, and then from there on in, like I was just like completely hooked. I mean, I was like closeted about it because no one else really watched a lot of anime, not as much as I was watching anyway. I was watching it like all the time. I mean, I remember I lived with my dad, but I would go to my mom's house because my mom had internet, right? I'd go down there and I would just watch. I would spend my entire weekend from like Friday night to Sunday just binge watching anime nonstop. And actually, I finished the entire Naruto like saga in like probably a span of like 3 weeks. But like just only like it. But like just Friday through Saturday or Friday through Sunday. So probably 9 days I finished that entire.
Yeah, my anime history is it started from like it's funny because it was April Fool's 2012. I will never forget this day. I remember like tearing up that day because I turned on my TV, turned on Toonami Cartoon Network channel. And this is 2012, by the way.
2012.
And 2012, April 1st, Toonami comes on after years of being gone. And I'm like, what? They're showing Dragon Ball Z, like Teen Gohan fighting Cell. So I go, this is when I made my Twitter account. This is the sole reason I made my Twitter account. Because this when it came back. This is when anti-Twitter started, believe it or not. It's when,
no, I definitely believe it.
That moment, people are like, hold on, you see Toonami right now? Like, everyone's like going crazy on Twitter at the time. Like Adult Swim, like everyone's like freaking out. So after they did it, it was a joke. Adult Swim made a joke of bringing Toonami back for one night. And it had so many views, Jordan. Like, they like, hey, you got an idea. We might bring this back. Cause then they did a hashtag.
I do remember this. That like,
and you brought it back.
Yeah,
and it's still here
because there was a campaign to bring it back. Because I remember hearing about this. Because like I wasn't like and I really wish I was got to be part of that. But like I remember hearing about this, but I was never on. Like I never really kind of got on board with it and stuff because I really didn't have internet at the time. I mean, I was still with my dad, and my dad didn't have internet, but. I remember like there was the campaign to bring back Toonami.
It was insane. Like Steve Blum,
when I heard about that made me so excited. I was like, holy
yeah, dude,
shit.
Same. Because it's like a repressed memory at the time. It's something I haven't seen in years. Because apparently Toonami ended in 2008. We got canceled. That's when he had that face. Remember that weird face he had?
I remember he went through like the Tom went through different phases where they got to. They finally got rid of the old Tom.
Yeah.
And then they got like.
The face one. His name is Tom 4.
Three different Toms.
Yeah, Tom 3 is the best design. He looked like a Power Ranger, look like kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the one that came back. Yeah.
Like it was like really thick forearm, and then it had the 3 dots and stuff.
See, that's the one they brought back, and it was like
the best
random too. It's like imagine coming home, just turning on Cartoon Network or Adult Swim, and you see Toonami on after years of being gone, and they show Dragon Ball Z. And all these animes.
That's like what made me so excited. They used to have a tagline. They're like, "We're back, bitches."
Yeah, that's what it was.
Whoa.
Yeah,
like, that was like the perfect tagline for them. Right?
Yeah,
back,
I remember that too.
They were serious, and they were like free reign to do whatever they want now. Like,
there's Adult Swim and all
like
that.
No holds barred. Like they could. Because now we're not getting it. We're not airing at like 6 o'clock in the afternoon. We can get away with a whole lot more.
And that's what I know. I probably was switching topics here, but like when they brought back Samurai Jack and that feeling of like the way they developed that show is like they were targeting to us clearly. They know we're not 20s or 30s now, and that show's mature. That season completely different from the original season, but it's still connected. But it's like it's a mature season, And you know how Tom cusses now and all that stuff now. Like, it's like he grew up with us. That's the cool thing about it. He acknowledged that we're older now and all that.
Well, it would make it really nice. Is like they're self-aware of what's
self-aware what's going on. Ain't no like I love Toonami, my childhood and all that stuff, but I know I don't watch it no more. Like even though I probably sound hypocritical, but if it goes away, I'll still be sad. But it's like Toonami is that piece in your life that finds you some way, like a little bridge or something to what you like now. Yeah, and like just all these networks, dude. Like I'm just thinking about the lineup back then is insane compared to what you see. Like I mean, as a kid too, like Dragon Ball Z, Powerpuff, all these action shows. It was insane, dude. Like the fact that we watched that on a weekly basis, it's crazy.
It was like Sailor Moon, Alban Star.
I used to love the Outlaw Star.
Outlaw Star, that's what it was.
With Jen Starlin, I used to watch that too. Gundam, Pokemon. Like we just had this lineup. They used to add Samurai Jack up there too, and I think Teen Titans sometimes. Just like every action cartoon you can think of.
Did you think Teen Titans was an anime? I swear to God, I always thought that was an anime. Apparently,
it was influenced by it. Apparently, a lot of things.
I always thought it was. I swear to you, I always thought it was an anime first, though.
Notice they have 2 theme songs, right? One is Japanese, one is English.
See, that's what also made me think that it was a Japanese show because they would have an opening that was in Japanese.
I'm not sure if it's an anime. I guess it's. You know what's some girls called? Yumi or something. They had their own cartoon.
Oh, Puff Puff Yumi, right?
They the one that sung it, right?
Yeah, I think so.
They the one that sung it. Remember Cartoon Network City or whatever it was called? I thought you used to think it was the coolest thing ever.
Oh wait. So I got I have
the lineup.
I have a lineup from 2001. We had Outlast Star.
Yeah.
Or Outlaw Star, the Big O.
I used to watch that.
Yeah, Big O. That used to come on Adult Swim a lot, and it kind of scared me. But did you watch those shows and it kind of like freaked you out?
The original
Adult Swim show that I don't know why it freaked me out. I think they had just a really scary episode, but it was a really little kid, and I watched C-Lab 20. Was it 2020?
The 60 show.
Yeah, where they redubbed it and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like they're all getting murdered on their ship, and like I saw that as a really small child, and it always scared me. I'm like, what the? I was like, I didn't know what was going on.
Early Adult Swim was weird, dude. I remember like the ads where they used to legit mean Adult Swim. They used to have the pool commercials. Remember that?
Yeah, it was like because you know what Adult Swim is, right? I don't know if you ever went to a pool and they had that. So Adult Swim is like an hour where it was only people that was 18 plus.
Oh, that's what they called it, adult.
Yeah. And so like I remember like going to my local pool, and then they would blow the whistle, and they'd be like, "All right, it's Adult Swim, so only adult." Which I get. I mean, that's kind of stupid to be honest, because if you're adult, you can get in the pool anytime. But
I actually drove by there in Georgia too. Adult Swim. It's funny.
They're
yeah, they're located in Georgia, Atlanta. Yeah, I actually drove by there.
There's a lot of places like in Atlanta.
I guess TV networks. I don't know.
Like Cartoon Network's there.
Yeah, I saw the sign beside it too. Like
it's Cartoon Network. By, what is it? Warner Media?
Yeah, there's like a whole bunch of signs on this building.
Do you remember the logo at the end for like Cartoon Network is a Turner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Time Warner.
I remember like what was that monkey show with the purple ape? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, like the brain head.
It was like an old commercial, or it was an old TV show.
Stupid monkey.
It was something.
But
so all right, old lineup. We had Outlaw Star, the Big O. It says Big O. It says the Big O, but I'm pretty sure it was Big O. Card Captors, Capers, whatever the fuck. Card Captures?
I don't know.
Mobile Suit Gundam, the 8th MS Team, Dragon Ball. Oh yeah, they just had the original Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. Batman Beyond, Zoids.
Look at, dude, listen to that lineup there. That's like every 10 years old
so
like wet dream. Is he still going? That's 2001.
That's 2001. We had Zoid's New Century, Mobile Suit Gundam 0080 or 00880, War in the Pocket. From 2000 we had G-Force, Guardians of Space. I don't remember what is G-Force. Do you know what that is?
Can't remember. I gotta see a picture of it. I've seen so many stuff, dude. It's ridiculous.
I don't think I watched this. We had G-Force, Mobile Suit Gundam Wing, Batman TSA.
The animated series.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's what it was. Dude, that used to be sick as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah,
I didn't find out until later, but they animated that entire show on black cells. So why the show is so black is they didn't paint it black. They had it on black paper and they painted color onto the black. Mm-hmm. So the backgrounds and stuff were black on. That was just background black. That wasn't like they did black shadows.
Yeah. It's lightning.
Holy shit. No, yeah. It's thundering. My house is shook, dude.
It's lightning right here too. It's a lot of Japanese people working on that show apparently.
Really?
Mm-hmm. You can see it in the credits and all that stuff.
I mean, like, I think a lot of to do, like, I don't know. I mean, I know we know a lot about, like, animation and stuff like that, but, like, I don't know about the audience. But a lot of shows, like, when they do what these things are called in-betweens are, like, usually hand-drawn, and they have to take, like, you go from here, 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 and you have to keep drawing a character like that to make a motion. And the way you do an in-between is, like, you have, like a pose, so you have your main character doing a pose here, here, and then here. So, like,
explain clearly, because Annie Twitter doesn't know what the in-between is.
Oh my god, dude!
Well, I didn't mean to cut you off.
That's like
go
one
ahead.
of the biggest pet peeves I ever have is, like,
same.
People will take a frame, right?
Niggas bad frame with Goku punching awkwardly.
Look at this shitty animation. Well, first off, you don't know how animation works because that's what is called an in-between. In in-between, you don't put any fucking detail because you can't see that. They're speeding by it, so there's no point in putting, wasting your time on, like, detail on that in-between scene because it's a transition scene.
And there were no in-betweens. They would pop everywhere. You'd be, like, literally popping because you wouldn't know what it'd be.
If you drew, like, everything in, like, great detail, it'd probably look really fucking off.
Yeah.
It'd look extremely weird. It'd probably look like what is that one video where that meme's like where that guy's like dancing and it's do you know what I'm talking about? It's like a big fat guy. They say, like, that's how every TikToker dances. I don't know how to explain it other than this is a big fat guy, but the animation looks really weird. It's like in 60 frames or whatever. But yeah, like we're ranting off of the fucking in-betweens. But
no, I know, like, I grew up loving anime, but as I got older, it's kind of like it's hard for me to watch now. I don't know what it is. I don't hate it anything. It's just like I don't really like My Hero Academia. I know some mean people hate this show, whatever. And this show's fine. It's not as good as people say it is.
It's like the new thing to hate.
But it's not.
Because, I mean, like...
Yeah, because it's popular. That's all it is.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like, whatever was popular, like, 2 months ago is, like, what you can shit on. You're allowed to shit on now. But why it's popping, you're not allowed to shit on it. Because they did the same thing with, like, Demon Slayer.
And Attack on Titan, too.
Demon Slayer, when Demon Slayer came out, I watched it, right? Mm-hmm. But it wasn't, like, I wasn't, like, really hooked on it. Yeah, there's some cool shit in it and stuff. And it's not a bad anime.
There's a samurai kid with the yellow hair and all this. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's not like a bad anime, but when I was watching, I'm like, yeah, this is not like the best anime. I'm not really, like, hooked into this. And people are, like, hyping up, saying it's great. It's like the
that's
fucking
any
best.
square for you, dude. It's annoying, dude. They hype up anything they see.
But now, right? So that came out, like, a couple months back, like 4 months back. But now you watch that show, or not watch it, but now that, like, people talk about the show, like, all I ever see is people just shitting on that show. And I'm like, look, it wasn't that bad, but it wasn't as good as what people said when it came out. Yeah. It was super average. I don't know.
They see one of bad apple and assume it's all of them. Like,
yeah.
I mean, like, there's a lot of weird fan art for My Hero Academia, and that's for a lot of stuff. Sonic, I don't know, maybe Godzilla, I don't know, but it's like that show
Please
isn't
don't
that bad
touch.
as people.
Please don't touch.
I've seen it. It's really rare. It's super
Ew.
rare, but it's super rare. But it's there. It's literally in every fan base. I guess My Hero Academia is more louder, and everyone knows what it is.
I
But
mean,
it's
some
like
shows are more prone.
I don't know what it is with anime, dude. Like it, like I just don't bother watching it like I used to. I would love to. I just don't. I don't know. That's why. Go ahead.
I mean, like, I still watch anime, but I
Yeah.
think my taste has changed a lot. I think a lot of. I mean, I'm 24 now.
Hmm.
Jeez, and I'll be 25 this year. That's fucking. Well, but definitely my taste in things have like changed a lot. I can't There's like a lot of shows I really can't tolerate to watch. Anything like obviously is
Shonen.
not directed towards me, so I have to I mean, I guess a good way to example to put it is like I can't watch like the first season of Yu-Gi-Oh is really hard for me to digest, especially in the dub, because it's targeted towards like kids, right? So
Games for kids. Yeah.
it's very repetitive, talking about friendship and all that stuff, the power of friendship. It's almost every episode. It's extremely hard to watch. It's almost cringy. But I mean, it's dear to my heart, so I still watch it anyway. But
That's how Digimon is for Digimon original. All of them, really.
yeah,
Except for Tamers, really. Tamers actually intolerable for our age. Like Adventure 1 and 2, they have that, like, too much children influence, even though it's a kid show, but it's more American kids than Japanese kids. Like,
Yeah.
back, and the sub is, like, it has, like, stuff for, like, teens and adults, but it's still a kid show. Japanese audience for kids. But, like, over
Right.
here, they make it too kid friendly, sense.
yeah,
And, like, no, there's, like, those
it's
jokes
two
and stuff we
different cultures,
love.
too. Like,
Yeah, it's two different cultures. I mean, I still love it. It just, I understand where you're coming from. Like, it just, where it's not, it's hard to watch, not in the sense of it's bad, it's just like, it's clearly for kids.
right.
Yeah,
It's kind
yeah.
of like you watching like old cartoons. I mean,
Mhm.
you're definitely not gonna be entertained by this stuff anymore. Although
Yeah.
I can tolerate like there are good shows that are not supposed to be for kids, like say Ghost in the Shell or Psychopaths or something like that. Something where it's kind of more of a complex, a lot of more complex storylines are going on and stuff, and trying to understand, like kind of.
It's like Ghost
I
in the
guess
Shell.
you know what's a good show that I watched as a child but I never understood, but to go back and watch it is like probably Gundam, because Gundam is like how like Gundam Wing and like all that
They don't-
shit is like
They don't feel like cartoons. That's how Ghost in the Shell feels like. And it's clearly anime doesn't, but when you watch it, it's nice to, even though it's a cyberpunk world and all that stuff, it's nice to shy away from that action and explosions and all that stuff for a while. That's how I feel about.
it's almost like
and
what is it word? It's like the contrast
Yeah.
between all the action going on and then like a complex not easy to digest story
Yeah.
that makes you kind of leaves a taste in your mouth of like a thought of like how should I feel about this topic.
Like, yeah,
Like
Ghost in the Shell.
Psychopaths
Like,
is kind of like, does the government have too much power, or what does society look like after the government has absolute power and you really don't have a sense of freedom?
mhm.
You kind of give up your freedom for security, which
Yeah.
actually is, I mean, I kind of feel like what's going on now is because I mean, certain people, like with the coronavirus and stuff, they're willing to give up certain types of freedom for safety, which isn't always a good thing. If you think about it, kind of like, I mean, like, and I don't want to get too deep into this topic, but like guns, like and this is hypothetical, and this is not really like my opinion on everything, but not really kind of like example. Like, say everyone gave up their guns, right? So there wouldn't be any more mass shootings. Well, I mean, what do you do if, like, say the government, like, let's say a Hitler came in power, and no one could do anything. No one could fight their way through that. They couldn't resist it. They would have to just submit because, I mean, obviously, like, the government's swinging a bigger dick. You know what I mean?
That's how it is in like UK. Apparently, isn't like knife crime high now because they don't really have guns.
I mean, yeah, I mean, like people, and I don't want to get too political on this.
Yeah,
show.
I understand. Yeah, I got you.
Our show is definitely not political, but I mean, it's like you can take away one thing. You can take away guns, sure.
But it's not gonna stop.
People are still gonna fucking do shit. Like people are still going to like. I mean, in the UK, like they threw acid on people.
That's insane.
Or and they would take they took that van and drove it through like a market and shit.
What?
Like there was like one instance where someone just got like it was like a truck or van.
An acid. I'm sorry, but I remember that story.
Yeah,
they doing acid on me.
A fucking market. Like, are you like? Come on.
Yeah.
I mean,
Go back to the point.
If people want to hurt people, they're gonna hurt people.
Yeah, they're gonna hurt people no matter what it is. But that was a good segment.
So anyway, we're anime, good anime to watch. But I mean, like Akira's good.
Yeah.
What did I say?
I need more of those.
Is it
what?
Akira?
Yes, Akira.
Or Akia? I'm
I think
blanking on how to
way.
say it. I don't think I'm saying it right.
I heard both ways, but I call it Akira. But I heard the other way too. That's why like when I watched Durarara at the time, because I'm a kid that loves like shonen anime, and so watching Durarara was a new experience for me. And that's why
it's interesting because it's not necessarily adult theme, but it's more for like kind of, I guess if I had to put it, like maybe more either 9th or 10th grade like kids. Like there's different genres like geared towards different types of people. But rarely do you ever see someone as an adult, like especially like in a shonen, you never see one over adult because it's not. Because I mean, shonen's like targeted towards like
young boys, like
boys
14, yeah.
But you rarely see like an anime that's targeted towards like a 20-year-old adult because I guess mainly in Japan, I mean mainly here anyway too. I mean you don't see a lot of adults reading comics. I mean probably now this day and age you see more people like older reading comics.
That's funny and interesting. But actually, there was kids, sure, but it comes to a lot of stuff with stuff you like when it comes to like Yu-Gi-Oh! Card is a prime example. Kids don't know how to play that game. You see more adults play that game than actual children.
Because it's like, but that kind of makes you stupid. It kind of makes you feel stupid as an American, right? Because I mean, I'm sure, I am 100% sure there's definitely kids in like Japan.
Yo, no, by far, yeah.
Playing that game fine, but kids in America are way too fucking stupid to be playing.
And you can say the same for like, I guess it depends on like money or something. I don't know, like. The way we play Yu-Gi-Oh! Now is completely how we imagine as kids. Because back then, we just like throwing anything down or whatever.
Well, now it's definitely more. It's pay to win. I mean, Magic's the same way. Whoever has the biggest wallet can. Okay, so like, of course, like you can't play. You can play the game, right? And you have to have some knowledge of the game to know what to buy. But once you pass that kind of like that threshold of like. From just starting out to kind of knowing what's good and what's bad, what cards to combo, then it starts becoming to this thing of like, when you start, I guess I could say like when you start buying multiple copies of the same card and you figure out a certain combo that's really broken, but of course you find a broken combo that had like with a card that's like $20 or $50 a piece, then it starts becoming. If I spend, $300 for this one combo and I can get that combo out faster than my opponent, obviously I'm going to win. And that's where the game kind of stops being fun. It's just like whoever's throwing more money at the deck.
I'll be honest with you, like, same applies to Magic. I don't know about Pokemon.
Well, that's what I was talking about. That was Magic. I mean, Magic. The same with Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh! I think Yu-Gi-Oh! Is even a little bit worse than Magic. Because Magic, I mean, the ban list isn't that bad, right? Like,
no, I was gonna say like adults don't buy packets no more. I think it's kids buying those things.
No, it's not. I mean, honestly, you're just fucking gambling at that point. But you are gambling. Shooting yourself in your foot.
If you get older, you're buying singles or like whatever. That's what I started doing. Packets was like it never hit me until I got to go. Like, I'm wasting money here.
You can spend $20. Either you spend $20 on packet, right? Like on like 6 packets and trying to find the one card you're trying to find, or you can just play the flat out fee of $20 just to get that one card that you're actually looking for. And I mean, it's very extremely rare that you get the card that you're looking for. I mean, I've done that though, at least.
Me
once.
too.
I mean,
they're like twice and back to back.
I probably spent like $300 on buying just packets, right? Like 6-card packs.
You spent way more on
and
packs
maybe got like, I don't know, $50 worth of my money back out of that, versus of me just buying a single to make an entire deck
and getting nothing back.
Yeah, and then getting all my money's worth.
Remember those $20 tins? Remember those promo tins?
Yeah.
Don't they still do that?
What?
Don't they still do those tins?
Yeah.
$20.
Wait, do they still do those tins?
Remember those Yu-Gi-Oh tins? Like they used to be like 2 packets of the same cards or something.
You mean the tins where you kept all your cards at? Because that's exactly what you would do with them. You'd buy those tins. You'd come with one card, right? That would be the card on the cover of the tin.
You brought it for the card, right?
Yeah, obviously. I mean, that's what they're designed for, right? Like, obviously, that's what they're designed for. And then you get like, probably like 6 booster packs in it that were filled full of nothing.
Garbage. You would not get nothing out of that card. No, I never had a good card that pulled out those packets from the tins. It always came from the cover card, and that's it.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And then
that's funny.
You put all your spare cards into the fucking tin.
And you don't look at them again until you just looking for a different card. That's so funny. You wasting. That's like buying. Well, to be fair, that card is probably not even worth $20.
No. I mean,
the card's probably like $10.
If it's coming straight from the company in at 10,
it's the other stuff inside of it's making it higher.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they got to make profit too.
Yeah.
So obviously you're not getting your money. I mean, those things are kind
of. Yeah, card games in general is a ripoff. To be honest with you,
100%. They're fun. I love card games, dude. I love card games. They're like one of my favorite pastimes.
That's why I stopped Yu-Gi-Oh, dude. Got too expensive.
You get to a certain point in playing card games where you're good at the game, but now once you get really good and you know what cards are good and what cards to buy, then you start realizing, oh, I just have to have a lot of money if I want to be good at the game, because I already have all the skills to play those cards. I just don't have the cash to play those cards.
Yeah, and Yu-Gi-Oh at the time, I don't know about now. We haven't played in 2 years now, 3 years. Yu-Gi-Oh came to a degree where it came to like, this is a mess now. Like I got really agitated, but like looking at these videos and like,
because like in Yu-Gi-Oh is like they made it more specific on like what cards have to go, like
they rely on too much.
You got a booster, right? It has to be a booster for that, like it has to be a booster for a certain structure deck that you might not even be able to play because of the ban list.
That's the thing.
Everything had to be so specific.
They got like this.
You were buying.
They get us new cards like $30. The next thing you know, next ban list, that thing is gone.
Yeah,
I've seen cards
go from being like $50, $70. I was actually at a convention, right? I was at an anime convention. I forget which one it was. 6 or 7. But I remember finding it was like an Aziz. No, it wasn't an Aziz card. It was a like Photon Dragon or whatever. That card was $70. I remember like looking at it, and I'm like, "There's no way I'm paying."
No,
you would have to have three of those things to make it actually fully function.
Yeah,
to get like the best out of it. Because having one was just kind of wasting space. You would have to have 3 for the combo to work perfectly, to perfect it, right? $70. Next ban list comes out, that thing is fucking $5.
Is either $5 or it's banned? I'm like, come on,
once
guys.
It becomes banned, it goes down to like $5.
Yeah, it's probably like $2 now.
You're pretty much only paying for the art of the card at that point.
I remember Quasar was like $60 for the longest. Then when I went to college, she was like, what, like $2? And I was like, what?
Yeah.
And then like that's crazy. Like it's The game, and this was funny because I like to get him on for this, but when they made Firewall Dragon, he's an ace monster. That's the first ace monster to be banned.
Explain this a little bit better because that was really like
it's so and it's funny.
The turning point for like Yu-Gi-Oh.
It caught on with him actually because it's like they made this, and if you watch the anime, you understand why the business actually affects the anime with this card. It's hilarious because like. Firewall Dragon is his ace card. What's that guy's name? Yusaku? I don't know.
I think it's
Yeah. So the ace, I don't know. The ace card is to promote the anime too. That's the main character's card. Like we had Dark Magician, we had Neo, the Fling Wingman, Stardust Dragons. They're ace cards.
Burst Trick.
Yeah, and like Firewall Dragon was so broken they had to ban it. That's an ace card. That's the first ace card that ever been banned. So in the anime, they had to make it to that warrior guy. What's his name? Link Warrior or something? Code Talker?
The Code Talker, yeah.
It's the reason you see him a lot. Because they can't promote Firewall Dragon because the card was broken in the real game. So they used the Decode Talker as his ace card. His ace card. Even though Firewall Dragon was the main card. And it's it's funny how that card essentially like broke up their formula a little bit. Because they can't promote it. It just shows you how broken Konami is when it gets these card games. Like they can't make a fair game or a game to like,
which I mean, like
not rely on pay on the win or
Konami's
something.
kind of been known for in the recent years.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
and this is around the time
they make
too.
like the Pachinko machines.
Pachinko machines.
The thing with like Metal Gear and Kojima, the falling out between them and stuff.
Yeah, this is around that time that happened too, because it's like it broke, like the card just like was banned. So they're probably like in the office, like freaking out, like what do we do? Because you can't like promote this card even though it's an ace card.
Yeah, you can't keep that one card around because then it's ruining their business. I mean, like their card sell business.
Who makes these rules?
There's probably a committee. I don't know, like who makes the fucking like who comes up with the like card effects and stuff. Like who,
if you know it's broken, why are you making it? You see what I'm saying?
I know with Magic, there's a cool thing about Magic though. I know some of the people who make up the rules, or not the rules, but the design like card effects and stuff in Magic. Some of them, I know one girl, she used to be like a professional player.
Yeah, I think you told me about this before.
Yeah, and now she works at, like for like Magic, or it's not Magic, it's Wizards of the Coast. She actually works for the company. I thought that was actually really cool, and I wonder if like Konami does anything.
Like who makes these rules?
The people who actually care about it the most should actually be making these rules.
Yeah, that's why I stopped. It just got too expensive to the point where it kind of wasn't fun because you're clearly playing a pay-to-win game.
Yeah, Magic, any card game, it gets to that point where you're. I mean, if you have the biggest wallet, you can win the game. With a lot of money and a little bit of knowledge, you can definitely be the best.
Especially decks nowadays, they play itself.
I mean, it's really just like
they're autopilot, dude. Ridiculous.
I mean, especially with Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah,
whoever goes
that is what I'm referring to.
That's literally how Yu-Gi-Oh goes. If I can go, I can take my turn first.
I'm iffy on that, but I see where you're coming from. I don't know if 100% sure about that.
I mean, like, unless you have a card in your...
That's funny.
Unless you have a card in your hand, right? And you're, like, going to go second, and you can activate that card from your hand because they triggered something. That's the only way you can win, by going first.
That game, man, I love Yu-Gi-Oh!
Like, if you go first, you can set up your board in such a way. I mean, especially, what was the Bear Loader Dragon that I was playing? I remember I
still don't know what he does.
3 Red Eyes is out. Red Eyes, whatever. Wasn't Darkness Metal.
Darkness Metal. Yeah, I know you're talking about. No. Yeah,
I can get 3 of those things out. And I can just negate anything that you would come at me with. I'm like, that makes me just unfucking stoppable, and then I blast you away the next turn.
No, you remember when they introduced, and this was going super overboard, when they introduced pendulum monsters. You could play anything from your hand between those numbers. That's stupid. Even though I used them for a while, but the fact that I can play so pendulum monsters have a scale between 1 and 12, I believe, right? Isn't the last scale of Yu-Gi-Oh 12 monsters?
I don't think it's 12. I think it goes between
1 and 12,
No, there
right?
was a pendulum. There was a pendulum that I think it was like 0. So
Yeah.
if they went to 0 and to like 12, you
The
could play
numbers
anything,
between
you could play anything that was a 1 through 11.
Yeah.
That's how it worked.
And that is broken, dude. That is completely broken.
Without paying any cost. You just
without
play
any
shit
cost.
and
Without just like that was like
they were
to
just
the
trying
point.
to, like, I don't know what they were trying to do. They just made him. They're like, how chaotic can we fucking make this game right now?
They made it too chaotic, and that's when Lynx came in, and Lynx just
People got. You thought it was gonna slow down the game, right? Like you thought, like, oh, cool, it's a slower. No, it just fucking there's just added another 12 steps.
Because we were playing, like, what are you doing right now?
Yeah, you so like Yu-Gi-Oh, there's like 40 cards in your deck, right? You would take 40 cards. You would have like the time you got done with like these certain combos that you could pull off.
10 cards are gone.
Yeah, 10 cards left in your deck, and then everything else would be in the graveyard.
Dude.
Because those combos were straight up the design to only be played once, and that was it. You're supposed to win at that point.
Yeah. The game just became too fast, and I thought Lynx was that card that would slow down the game. Boy, I was wrong. I'm just saying Jordan playing, like, it was like this year we started playing again, last year or something else. I'm like, dude, what is he doing?
So, you know what's funny? Here's a funny story about me and Tay. Our friendship actually grew out of like playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Because so we met each other in like 2015, and we had a mutual friend that played Yu-Gi-Oh! And ended up. So I met this dude, right? Our friend Devin. I randomly, my roommate was going over to Devin's house, and I just was tagging along, and I met Devin, and I talked to him because he had a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, like laid out, and like he was like making a deck, and I'm like, what the fuck? People still play Yu-Gi-Oh? And I thought that was the craziest thing because like I hadn't seen Yu-Gi-Oh since I was probably, I don't know, 7 or 8, and going back to like the first thing we were talking about was like how shit was ingrained in our heads. Like that was a part of my childhood. Nostalgic isn't a powerful drug, dude. That is
I love it.
That is like the strongest drug.
I love it, dude. I'm really a nostalgic person.
Nostalgic. I mean,
that's why I named my store.
Some of this shit's starting to bite us in our ass, though. I mean, like,
you know, there's this past, and I noticed this since probably, I guess, not decade, but probably the last 6 years. You've been like a nostalgic kind of decade. Like,
dude, it's not even 6 years, like 10 years, dude. We've just nonstop been getting reboot after reboot after reboot.
I mean, like, the one that got me the most I was bringing up is Digimon. Of all things, Digimon came back. That's super weird. A new Yu-Gi-Oh movie with the original cast. Godzilla came back. Like, it's a lot of reboots that's happening. Like I love them, but it just makes you think, like, I remember you telling me this, like, I didn't realize, like, there's a lot of reboots lately, you know, in this past few years. The stuff coming back from, like,
I think South Park had a great, like, it's called Member Berries. Like, oh, you remember this? Mm-hmm. South Park had a great episode of, like, these physical things actually were berries that are always like, you remember Star Wars? You remember, like, Transformers? Like, but, like, we're getting to the point where everything's getting just overly saturated with, like, shit that we've already seen before.
Yeah, I think that some of them are trying to, like, bring back old stuff, but trying to make them newer into a sense. If that make any sense.
No, like a reimagining, that's fine, because we're getting something new, right? But even, I mean, between, like video games, movies.
It's happening in video games, too. Video games get a lot of, like... And it's not... there's a difference between remaster.
Video games now. I think it's still becoming way more mainstream. I mean, especially like Resident Evil 2.
I ain't complaining. I got lucky.
Was like
my dream game came back, so I ain't complaining.
What? Spyro?
Yeah, I was in it for like a decade, and it came. That's the only thing I ever wanted. I don't care about anything else. But you're like, back to your point, like, yeah, there's a lot of... What's up with the Resident Evil series? So they're just doing an entire franchise at this point?
I think so, dude, honestly.
I'm actually sick of seeing them, even though I don't play these games.
I mean, they can't miss if they just keep doing all the goats, right? Like,
those nostalgic sales. That's actually
nostalgic, dude, like I was saying, nostalgic is a strong fucking drug.
You know, a franchise is getting punished by nostalgia really badly. Sonic the Hedgehog franchise. It's really eating them alive.
Sonic.
Yeah. It's nostalgia in general. Like it's kind of like turning a lot of people off, and it's because people like to say nostalgia was fine the first or second time, but now you do it so much that stuff from the past doesn't mean nothing anymore because you did it so many times to the current. Like remember Green Hill Zone?
Give me an example.
Like Green Hill Zone. No, Green Hill Zone, the first level of Sonic. So they've used that so many times in these current games today. Like it's not really nostalgic anymore. Not special
it's
anymore.
Just saturated. And they've beaten a fucking horse to the bone.
Yeah. So like apparently that franchise is getting punished for using nostalgia. That's the only franchise I've seen that's using nostalgia in the wrong way. You can use nostalgia like certain things, but it's like it's turning. That's how people are. Some with the Digimon fan base, the Adventure Kids. They're kind of tired of seeing those kids. People want the Tamers kids back or something with their stories. Which for me, either one is fine with me. It's still nostalgia to me. But you notice how like they had a Digimon Try come back. The Digimon movie was supposed to see, but it got delayed. Then a new anime that came out, which all had related. They're all the same cast. That's 3 products with the same cast.
You know, because like these newer shows that they do, right?
Yeah.
That like it's like what season 17 or whatever of Digimon.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like they're following the same form. They just don't work, right?
Mm.
These newer shits just don't work. They're not selling because it's kind of like they're not really reinventing it enough. But if they just do the old shit, it works.
And that was my argument, though. Like, especially when going back to Sonic, like Sonic at this point is off. He's in terrible state. The franchise, whatever. But when they brought back the original games again and we made it better, that made the franchise pop again. And I don't think people realize that, you know, I mean, maybe I'm being biased, but sometimes the old things sell not because of nostalgia, maybe because it's good compared to the newer stuff. Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
And
like
you're just kind of imitating, like newer stuff is just imitating older stuff, and you can tell that it's shallow. It's not
shallow.
The same.
It's still nostalgia in that product, but that old thing can be better than a new thing. Just because it's new doesn't make it better. You see what I'm saying? Like just because that new product.
I love these conversations because we're really fucking breaking some doors down right now.
Yeah, I'll probably get if people actually read the comments or whatever. I'll probably get crapped on for saying that.
No, but I mean, this makes a ton of sense. I mean,
and there's a lot of things like that.
A lot of shit is just. We completely got off topic or whatever. Like I was like midway through a story and I was going, I gotta stop doing that. I just keep going on these random rants.
This will make the podcast good, actually.
Yeah. So, where was that? So yeah, at Devin's house, right? Saw him playing Yu-Gi-Oh. I gotta reel it back. I'm like, fuck. This is way off topic. I was at his house, saw him playing Yu-Gi-Oh. And I'm like, holy shit, he's playing Yu-Gi-Oh. And I'm like, do people play Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yeah.
So,
see you.
Yeah. So I started hanging out with Devin. I'm like, okay, I gotta like go buy some Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I gotta go play with this dude. So just to like fuck around. Fast forward 6 months, I'm like playing every single night. I'm making decks. I'm learning how to play meta. I'm doing all this. I'm sucked in. Like I'm finally I'm seeing like what makes card games so fun and addictive. Because like you figuring out combos on your own and stuff, and you're making a deck a certain way, and you win by doing that. It just gives you like this really rewarding sense. And then after that, I through Devin, he was talking about this guy named Octavian, and I'm like,
I know you're Mexican.
Yeah, I thought you were Mexican at first because I thought like Octavian's not a Mexican name, is it?
Octavio or something else.
Octavio. I think that's why, like, what the connection I was trying to make. But Devin kept saying, like, yeah, my friend Octavian plays Yu-Gi-Oh! And I'm like, okay, cool. And I remember, like, going over Devin. We were, like, in the same... Because me and Tay went to school together. We just never talked, ever.
I've seen him before.
For, like, a straight year, we just never had any interactions, ever.
No, it's coming back to me. We was in Devon's room playing on the floor, weren't we?
Yeah,
And
so
we
I
had the
remember.
exact same
I
deck.
remember this
Yeah.
very clearly. I remember the first time I met you. You were sitting in the back of the room to the right side of the classroom. I remember going over and meeting you. I'm like, oh hey. And I'm
Oh
like,
yeah, I remember that.
Because Devin said that we both played Dark Magician.
The
decks.
Spellcaster deck or something.
Spellcaster decks, and I'm like, oh, you played. I remember like, oh, this dude plays the same deck as me. And
I
then
forgot
remember-
about that. I was
Yeah.
about to water wall, and you came over this side, like, yeah, I remember
That's
that.
crazy, right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
crazy. And then I remember the first time we ever hung out. I remember going to Devin's. Like I went over to Devin's house because me and Devin live in the same apartment complex.
Yeah, I was in a
And
different one.
you were there. You were there sitting on the floor. And I remember we all sat down. We just started all playing Yu-Gi-Oh, and that was like from there. It was like history.
Yeah. And I remember we would like count down the days for that synchro booster back, whatever that was. Remember that? How hyped we were?
Yeah.
The synchro energy thing, what it was called? So we made we made our decks so similar that we kind of knew our playing styles, and it made the games more
all
fun.
three of us somehow. This was the most insane thing. We all three of us, me, Tay, and Devin, are all playing the exact same deck. Just
Yeah.
with a little bit of we all had a little
Twists.
bit different cards. Yeah, a little bit of twist. I remember I had different synchrons in my deck
Yeah.
that like differ from you guys, and then I had different little traps, and we'd all cycle in different types of cards.
Yeah.
and this we'd constantly be playing every single night. I remember
Trying to one up each other.
Yeah, we'd always be trying to one up each other,
Yeah.
and like it would just be making the decks even faster and faster, better and better and better, to the point where we couldn't perfect these decks anymore because they were like pitch.
Yeah, that was my deck. It was perfect there. Yeah.
Yeah, they were all our decks were fucking tournament ready. But
We did. Hold on, like we actually remember the last episode of Yu-Gi-Oh where Yugi didn't know, he just draw a card and he didn't know what it was. He didn't look at it when he was fighting Yugi. That's how we were. Like to the point where we didn't even say anything anymore. We just knew what it did.
I no, like how they play in the show, where they would play it. They wouldn't have to explain it. They just knew what that card was. Like exactly how
it was. That's exactly how it was.
It got to the point, right? Like it got to the point where they would put down one card, and then I knew what cards they had in their hand because I knew why they were playing that one card.
They had a strategy.
It was the same because we were just mind reading each other.
Yeah, just mind reading. I remember Shaw was like looking at. He was like, it was one day he was looking at us, me and you playing one night. He was like waiting for the shuttle or something.
Yeah.
And Shaw was like, "Aren't you guys gonna talk?" And we were like, "No, I know what he's doing. He knows what I'm doing." He was just like doing this,
dude.
Just playing cards. That used to be so
we'd
funny.
be playing like the cafeteria, and like, someone would come over and just be like, "Oh, I remember you."
You remember Blue Eyes? I remember that.
It's so weird to start playing Yu-Gi-Oh back in, what was it, 2015, 2016? To be playing Yu-Gi-Oh in 2016, but just to see how much the game had just like. It was crazy because like when did Yu-Gi-Oh come out anyway? When did it like hit the States? Like 2001 or something? 2020?
The anime?
Or 2000?
Around that time, somewhere around
Not
there.
the anime, but just the cards. I think maybe the anime had to launch with the cards. It's the whole point of the anime is to sell the cards.
I guess, I don't know. But yeah.
Whenever but just from there all the way up to like 2016, it just been going for 16 years. It just never stopped. Which I guess, I mean, the market in Japan, I mean, kept that alive, and then they kept it in the States. But just to, like, stop playing a game for, like, 11 years or something, and then just to re-pick it back up, just to see that it's just been evolving ever since you stopped. It was wild. And you have to completely relearn the game and everything, but it became more... It was almost like playing checkers. Because so like say like when you're a kid, you just fucked around. It was like just or not checkers, but I mean chess. But like so when you're a kid, you're just playing checkers. It was just very simple. You didn't really understand what's going on. Now there's so many complex mechanics and moving parts in the game. It's fucking chess.
That's what's turning people off too. Like they don't know what these blue cards are and these like white cards are. Like they don't know what these are because they stopped around when the original Jigs ended.
I think I know why it's so complicated. Is because like I mean, in like Japan and stuff, they have like games like Go, which is like really, really complex, like a really complex game, right?
Yeah.
And I think they're just more used to playing shit like that, right? Like it's like a very complex system in place. That's what makes it fun. Because once you can kind of get over that learning curve, it gets really fun. I don't know if you've ever played like a game like that was like extremely hard to get into, but once you're over that fucking hump, you get really into it, right? It's like kind of like learning like a fighting game, like learning a moveset. Once you learn that moveset, you get super invested.
Yeah. Like people been turning off Yu-Gi-Oh! Like people like that's a blue card, or it was a blue card at the time we were playing white cards. So white card, I ain't seen that before. Because people think when they think of Yu-Gi-Oh! They think of Blue Eyes, Dark Magician. It happens every
they go
single
straight
time.
for the nostalgic. They go
they
straight
go
for what they can remember, right?
Yeah, but
it even like not to cut you off, but even like stuff like that, like if someone saw us playing Yu-Gi-Oh, they'd immediately come up to us. They would start talking about Blue Eyes because it's ingrained into their fucking brain.
That kid is still
that nostalgic itch starts scratching, right? And they just get hooked. They stand there for like 20 minutes, just watch us. But then they get turned off when they say it's fucking completely different, right?
Yeah, they log off. Yeah, this had a little brief moment. But the game that got me the most, even though I'm not really a huge fan of it, for a brief time, was Magic the Gathering. I was honestly shocked how huge that game was playing with you guys.
That was
because it was like,
yeah,
it's like you said one time, like you could pick someone in the crowd, and probably one of those Magic.
Yeah, you could take a rock, right? Throw it in a crowd of people. You would probably hit someone that plays Magic the Gathering at least once in their life.
Like I was like, it's like, God, did everyone play this game? Like I never even bothered playing it at the time. Like I remember we went to that what's that bakery called? We used to go to
Omni's.
Yeah, Omni's, and like the host, like she was a girl. Like I used to play this. Like hold on, dude, did everyone play this once?
I mean, like
that was different.
It had the benefit of like it's. I mean, it's a pretty old game, right?
It's a common game.
70s game? Is it from the 70s or let's see?
Is it like a common game like checkers?
Well, it's old.
It's just old.
An old game. Yeah, it's because it's from. Let's see. When starts.
And that was like a bigger experience for you to me.
That's crazy. So I was thinking that Magic the Gathering was from the 80s. No, it started in 1993.
Okay, the company. Oh, it's Dungeons and Dragons, right? They doing it. They Dungeons and Dragons, right?
Released in 1993 by Wizards of the Coast. Magic was the first trading card game. It has approximately 20 million players as of 2015, with over 20 billion Magic cards produced in a period from 2008 to 2016.
Oh, different cards or copies?
In popularity. So since '93, I mean, this game has been out. Which I think this is like one of the first, if not the first, trading card games in America, right?
I don't know. I mean, it is an American company, isn't it?
I mean, like how Yu-Gi-Oh is big in Japan. I mean, that's our Magic. I mean, Yu-Gi-Oh is like in the US is our like Magic.
I got you. Yeah. So it's like, and believe it or not, as a bigger fan of Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic will last longer than Yu-Gi-Oh. I can see that by far. Like, Magic, something about Magic just blew my mind that everyone played this game. But I never really heard of it growing up at all.
No, like, so.
Same in high school.
Like, when I was growing up, no, I never really even heard of Magic the Gathering. I didn't heard of Magic the Gathering until, like, two of my roommates convinced me to start playing it because they knew I played Yu-Gi-Oh. But I think that's what really threw me overboard when I started playing Magic the Gathering. That's like when I started getting really into card games.
You get it.
Because like the nice thing about Magic is like we were saying earlier, like you could throw a rock throw it in a crowd and hit someone that plays Magic the Gathering. You could find anyone to play Magic the Gathering. You couldn't find anybody that would play Yu-Gi-Oh.
They stopped.
I mean everyone knew what it was, but no one ever continued to play it. Especially like competitively, no one ever continued to play it.
Apparently, like it always goes from like, I started with Yu-Gi-Oh, then transition to Magic. I hear that exact same story everywhere. But I remember we went to that little card shop and there's people playing Card Vanguard. Who is playing
Now,
that?
now that is
Like,
like yeah, that's like one of those really obscure shit. Because like I mean, Card Vanguard. I mean, that's sure maybe in Japan or where. I mean, that's like maybe that's where it's like famous at. But like here in America, like no one knew what the fuck that was.
dude, no one.
You would
like,
have to you would have to go to a card shop to find like other players like that. And just because like they saw a pack of like what is this game?
Yeah. It was interesting. We're like 120. It's gonna be, you know, every episode is always the longest.
We're getting longer and longer every time.
Yeah.
We just keep ranting.
I
know. I would go off. I know. I just been going off rants.
What? We're gonna transition right here. Let me go use the bathroom real quick. It's my first thing bathroom.
Yeah,
break.
go ahead, man.
Elon Musk. What's this about?
So you don't know. You didn't know about any of this, right? Which is
I've been
hilarious.
offline for like.
All right, so. Did you? All right. Did you know? Do you know who Grimes is?
This is like his girlfriend, right?
Right. So Grimes is like a singer, and she does like. I've heard her music. It's like that weirdish kind of music. She's
Like
very,
Doja Cat?
she's very into like art stuff. And I mean, you didn't know that she was pregnant with his child, right?
Not at all.
You said he had like more kids, right?
Then he had like, I thought he had like 2 or 3 kids already, right? Maybe I'm making that up.
How many kids?
How old is Grimes? They're like the oddest couple, dude. Like,
you know, I thought that at first, but they're pretty weird together, right?
like they're like this, you know, like the rich guy with the hot girl. He's like that.
Oh, okay. So Elon Musk has 4 kids. 6. He has 6 kids. What?
He has 6 kids.
I guess he has 6 kids now. It was 5, apparently. Now he has 6. Holy shit. I didn't know he had that many kids.
They're well fed.
Was it you that didn't know Elon Musk invented PayPal?
No, I didn't know that.
Oh, you didn't know that?
I just know it from SpaceX.
Someone else didn't know that they didn't know he invented PayPal.
You know what PayPal is?
You know how he used to be balding and stuff, right?
No.
You never seen that picture? Like where he's half bald?
I just know it's about SpaceX history. Tesla.
Hang on.
How many companies does he have? Is PayPal still a thing?
I think it says PayPal. So, wait, hang on.
Elon Musk. Hilarious. Are you showing me something?
Yeah, I'm pulling it up.
How old is Elon Musk?
All right.
Oh,
never seen this
yeah,
picture?
I've seen this photo. Yeah, it was like the 90s.
Yeah, I think this when he was like, I think he invented PayPal. This is like 2 different people now. Look at this shit.
Yeah. See the Elon Musk, I know it's the one on the right. The dark hair techie Elon Musk. Tesla Elon Musk.
So it was just, I think it was just the like yesterday, the day before yesterday, which would be probably the 4th or the 5th of May. Elon Musk and Grimes welcomed their first child, and I don't even know how to. Can you just edit this where I say robot sounds out of my voice?
Is it a what? Is it a boy or girl?
It's a boy, right?
Yeah. His name?
So you haven't seen the name because you haven't been online for a minute. I don't know how I would even say this.
What's wrong with it?
So just edit it where I have robot sounds coming out of my voice.
It's probably Elon Musk Jr. or something.
It's. Oh my god. I'm trying to find. It's XAE, but the AE is like combined together. A12 or it's shit. It's so confusing. It's XAE.
What do you mean, like combined?
It's like an A and an E combined into like one. I don't know it's some mathematical symbol. A dash 12.
The kid's name's 12.
No, that's the whole name. XAE dash 12.
You can put 12. You can put numbers in your name.
All right, here.
Wait, XEA. Wait, say it again. X.
Here. I'll show you. It's this. It's this right here.
I can't really see it. What did it say? Zoom in for a second.
See, I'm trying to
spell it out. It's like X.
All right, right, like right here is like it. So it's X, this AE, A-12.
Zaya.
But well, this is Grimes's. Okay, this is Grimes's Twitter account, right? And this is her like explaining what this name means. I don't even know how you say this name, but it says X, the unknown variable, whatever this symbol means. I'm just gonna call it AE for now. My 11th spelling of AI, love and or artificial intelligence. A-12 processors to SR-17, our favorite aircraft. No weapons, no defense, just speed. Great in battle, but non-violence.
Hold on, what the fuck? Slow down. What?
Plus,
right, what are you reading?
Equals art. This is literally what her post is. This is her explaining their child's name.
What about aircraft?
An SR-17, or Elon corrected her at some point. Yeah, right here, SR-71, but yes.
Isn't it like a Blackbird or something?
I don't know what it is. It's some kind of air. Wait, hang on. Let's do even more research here.
This is fake.
It's not. It's real. Oh, it is a Blackbird. You're all right. Yeah. So I thought this thing had bombs on it. This is not. All right. Back to. Yeah. So. So yeah, the child, and then plus A equals Archangel, my favorite song. I don't know what is Metal Rat a band?
I have no idea. I'm confused.
People have been having a field day. Field day with this name. Dude, I love the memes for it because like every time they're like Elon Musk grounding his kid, and then it's just some dude saying robot sounds.
What? So the kid's name Zaya?
The kid's name Robot Sound. So I don't know if this is real or not, but someone said it means Kyle. I doubt it, but that's it equals into the equation equals into like Kyle or something. Yeah.
No.
Hey, let's see if they can find this thing.
Looking it up.
No, but I don't know if it's real or not. It's like possible theory about Elon Musk's child.
Why did you say cow then? This man's kid's name is Equation?
Yes, it's an equation.
Is it subtract 12 or dash 12?
It's I think it's dash 12.
How would a teacher or someone say that? Hey, Xena 12.
It has to be like Kyle or some bullshit.
That's such an Elon Musk thing too. That's some cyberpunk stuff for you there.
It's Elon Musk and Grimes. That's such a Grimes thing to do too.
Jeez, they're just awkward to be together, weird together. Hey, I mean, more proud of them, but it's like that's worse than name your son Gohan or like Yugi or something. That's a robot name. Xena 12. Hey, wait, hold on. What's that?
You can hear this, right?
No, I got my desktop audio off.
Oh, yeah, crap. Never mind.
I was about to say.
Well, it's like this video. It just has the kid just like saying it's this robot beeping, and then it's like this is how you pronounce AEA-12.
What a weird name. It's not even creative. It's straight up stupid. I hate when people do that. Like give these kids these dumbest names ever just to be unique. Like who was it? Isn't there a kid named Chicago or something?
I mean, I've heard, dude. I've heard like, a bunch of crazy names.
Isn't that Kanye West kid? Chicago West, some mess or Northwest.
Northwest.
I mean, like, and I love Kanye, and like, he clearly made that name for headlines. Oh, Northwest.
They're like, oh, they're gonna love this one.
That's how I imagine they being in like the hospital bed. Like they're gonna love this one. Let's give us clicks.
They're gonna eat this. I'm about to act up.
Oh, what are you gonna make me act up?
You're gonna regret.
Isn't Xena that warrior girl from the 90s? Remember that show?
Yeah. Wait, what are you talking about Xena for?
Isn't it how Xena? Isn't how you spell it? Zena.
God, I don't know. You know I'm not gonna spell it.
It's Z-A. I don't know. That name sounds weird, dude. It's probably like some synthetic baby clone they made from their cells and.
Dude,
like an AI.
You know that baby. You know that baby got grown at Tesla.
Yeah. Yeah, Tesla logo. That's his birthmark.
You know that shit. You know that baby got designed in a fucking lab.
Yeah, synthetic clone baby with an AI brain. It's made out of flesh, but the brain's AI. And that's the 12th one, the final version.
The 12th. There's 12 of them. There's like the 12. There's like, oh, finally, we perfected the design version of the baby. So,
made by Tesla.
A12, or it's like we had like A9, 10, 11. No.
I can see him with Joe Rogan, and Joe Rogan's like telling him, so what did you come up with that name? Xena 12 was in. What was that symbol? That AE thing. What was that?
That has to be a math symbol, right? Like an equation symbol, because I don't know. I'm fucking dumb.
They probably thought it was so creative when they did that. We just roasting this kid's name. I'm not disrespecting the kid. Dude, it just.
I mean, the internet's been on fire with memes lately about this. I
don't know
how do you say that. I need to have someone pronounce, like, how do you even say that name?
It's just like when people do that to their kids, people gonna make fun of that kid because of that weird name.
Dude, I know they're not gonna call it by that equation's fucking name. They're gonna call it something else. They're gonna
call it equation.
Like, the equation.
They probably call him that equation.
That's what it is. It's a fucking equation. They're gonna call that kid named Kyle.
But Ultron
your actual name, your birth name is this fucking equation.
Well, actually, my name is Leon 12.
Dude, Elon actually Grimes on like like hours after she had the baby, because where was it? Shit. Because like he said, because you know how I said like when she was explaining it, right? She said S17 or SR17, which is the Blackbird. Yeah. He in the comments he actually said it's SR71.
Come on,
man.
And
then her response was like, I just gave birth to a child like 2 hours ago. I'm not all there, Elon. He's been taking a lot of heat lately. Have you seen all this shit that he's?
No, what's he do now? People don't actually like him.
About like him saying to free America and stuff. Like he's been going on these free America rants and like saying crazy shit like that.
What is Elon's political beliefs anyway? He never spoke about it, has he? His political beliefs.
I have no idea, dude. I just remember when he's called that guy a pedophile.
You get me scrolling when you tell that story. We were playing Apex that day. It was hilarious.
I know. Like I remember, like you stop. Like I just remember looking over. We were like running through a field. I remember telling you that, and I remember just looked
your character over, stopped.
And your character just stopped because you're like you couldn't move the fucking controller. You're laughing so hard.
Hey, like Elon Musk is a weird dude. A very weird dude. Like he watches like his video with Rogan. He's like out of this dimension, dude. And
Yeah, he's like, you can tell that he's like he's constantly thinking like 20
he's
steps
processing.
ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And to
he's
us,
fucking,
it's awkward.
he's a super genius. He's too smart for his own good, honestly.
Is he
I mean,
autistic by any chance?
no, I don't think he's like autistic. I just think he's like, you probably get to a certain degree where you're just constantly thinking about so much shit at once.
Especially
You're
the stuff he
probably
says.
you think yourself out of your own body. You're just constantly, what is it, astro projecting?
The stuff he says is like important information, but the way he like have that conversation with Joe, and you read the comments, and people are like saying he knows stuff we don't know. He's saying some stuff.
He's seen through space and time somehow.
Like assembly. He's the one that started assimilation stuff, right? Or believes in that, right?
Yeah, he's like full on believes. And it's like every time I listen to Joe Rogan Rogan's always talking about how Elon Musk says we're in a simulation. That's fucking wild. Like, what?
We're probably in celeb shit now. Could be some video game now. What does that mean?
What does that say? It's like it's like we're in the society.
No,
I know what it was. It's like maybe we're in a simulation. It's like maybe we're in a simulation.
We're in there now. He just looks like that. And like he does that weird laugh.
Put that meme down right below us so they can know what we're talking about. That shit's so funny. Oh man, all right. What are we getting at now? We're at like
1:38.
A minute 38. That's probably good, right?
Yeah, one more thing to do. Anything?
I got nothing on my plate, man. I had nothing to start with other than that Elon Musk shit, and I think I'm kind of, because we got a whole nother video to do, baby.
Oh yeah, that's right. Forgot about that. Yeah, let's get started on that.
So, Tay, you got any closing thoughts on this video?
Hope you make it to the video. That's the most important part.
Maybe we live in a simulation.
Maybe we do. Who knows? No, guys. Same stuff as last week and the week before. Thank you for watching. Really appreciate that. You made it this far. You made it to 140 minutes, which is insane. Pretty insane. That means a lot because that's your time you're wasting to us. But what are you doing anyway? You're at home on a computer eating chips. I see you. Hello, how you doing?
I see you.
Eating chips on your back.
I didn't even say that this is episode 5, but thanks for making it to the end of episode 5, guys. We really do appreciate it.
It doesn't really matter. Yeah. But yeah, guys, most importantly, wash your hands, wear a face, and be clean. That's the most important part, I think, right?
Yeah. Appreciate you guys made it.
Yep.
This far.
So, this far. Wait till 140 now. End it now?
Yeah, let's end it now. Bye, guys.
All right, bye.